Welcome to The Informant, the podcast that talks about anything and everything. We cover from sports, religion, politics, social, you name it. I'm your host as ever, Doc McLeod. So without any further ado, let's delve right into it. Put a disclaimer to what's about to happen here. Number one, DJ Holly did not get those documents. I gave the documents to him. So don't endanger his life because he's now posting sensitive information. I gave them to him. So nobody's supposed to hunt him down or hunt behind him. And secondly, Nyokayemabhunu is seriously scared or terrified of the person called Chief. And I'll tell you who Chief is. After you've done all your discussions, it is Chief who's giving instructions. It is Chief who's now telling Nyokayemabhunu that he has got to use a certain lawyer in the name of Chris. The rest I'll share after you have discussed and learn to respect before you attack somebody who's serving for the best interest of the nation of Zimbabwe. Thank you. People of God, how are you? I hope I find you well. Believing you have been exceptionally good in my absence. Right, finally I'm back. I have landed, I'm here now. Back home once again. Let me tell you. What I'm gonna be saying here is going to be very mind-blowing, very disturbing, above all very confusing, but above everything else, very enlightening. Right, I've never spoken in regards or never got involved to the case of Nyokayemabhunu. No, I've never. And usually I don't want to get involved in things that I don't have evidence of. But at this point in time, a lot of ground has been covered. At times, right, I'm actually rushing to church. I don't need to waste a lot of time. First and foremost, let me officially authenticate two people. Number one, that guy, 0.5 studio, what's his name? DJ Holly, yes. And also at the very same time, this young guy, I'm going to say, yes. Those two people, so many times they've engaged me. Yeah, I've also been engaged by Pardon Kambakwe as well. I should appreciate that. In the process, a lot has been said and left many people confused. People have called us names and whatever. We tried to explain. But the guys remained resolute and said, we need you. Everything that they wanted to ask, I would make myself available. And it is during that time that, obvious, you build a relationship. Not to say they have to come to whatever you believe in, but they are very open to what you say. If I listen very well in my travels, I heard 0.5 saying, you know what, I don't like or trust this guy, this apostle. But what has been given is sort of like close to truth. So for the first time, I think I'm now giving him 50%. Listen, DJ Holly, I don't want you to give me 50%. I want you to give me 100%. And I'll tell you why. I'm serving you with the documents so that you do the presentation because it's your full-time job. Move from being a blogger, start to become a proper media house so that you continue to have authenticated, verified information. When you speak, be the point of contact and the point of reference for all other media houses. Reason I'm saying this, the documents I'm sharing with you are very sensitive, but for the benefit of people out there who follow you and who follow different parties, I want you to be able to explain it. It's a very big dossier. It's going to contain a lot of things in it. The affidavits, the information between the lawyers, which is private, the court cases, the rulings, everything, the text messages that have been communicated behind the scenes between different players there. I'm giving all to you. I want people to swarm your two platforms. I'm always in and out. I might disappear again for a week, then come back later because I'm not a blogger. In there, you're going to see that a lot of people are now very compromised in the issue of Wellington, in issue of Nyokayemabhunu. Nyokayemabhunu, we are now not saying what we think. We are now telling you what he said. Because most of you have just been making noise on social media and have never put an effort to visit him to understand his position. I've spoken to Pardon Gambakwe in regards to this when I was away. I've spoken to Point 5 Studio. I've spoken to Kuliant. I've given them the information. I've verified one or two things. Everything is verified. I've never mentioned certain names, but there's names that I'm not going to mention. And everyone has to come and justify themselves. Because what we are speaking with documentary evidence. I want to show you what happens behind the scenes when we say we are negotiating or preparing to negotiate for a person. This has never come to light to many people that at times we are the negotiators behind. Because every person has got to be in a position to be able to open their doors when we knock, because we are representing the church. What I say might not be good news to you because it's not what you would want to hear, but what I say still stands to be true. So I don't have to deviate from truth just because I want to be a people pleaser. I'm not and I'll never be a people pleaser. Better I be in the position of truth and be judged by the truth. My points could not be what you want to hear, but still they'll stand and come to be true. Nyokayemabhunu's issue, 80 if not 95% of the people that have been dealing with that case, they are all compromised. You heard me right. 80 if not 95% of the people that have been involved in the Nyokayemabhunu case are compromised. I'll speak about, I've never mentioned people like Saruwaka. I've never spoken to him. I've got full respect of every person. I've never spoken about people like Rumbi. I don't have anything to say about them. I respect all of them and all their hustles. But truth be said, right now the young guy is languishing in prison. His knees are just knocking very hard. He's seeing that an end has definitely come to him. Let me explain why I'm saying this. Comrade Saruwaka, who has been leading the revolution, as you say it, and has been giving you updates, having worked with some other people that were there for fundraising, and he said he's not doing with fundraising. He is the guy who brought the solicitor, or the lawyer as you call him, the lawyer, Chris. Chris has been taken on the case. They've tried to explain it their way. But let me tell you the truth and what's happened. 3 times Chris failed on affidavits, putting a wrong name, which is very uncalled for a professional person like him. Chris, I've looked at his history. Chris has worked in the legal frame for more than close to 20 years, 2 decades, 10 years in Zimbabwe and more years in South Africa. So those are not errors that you'd expect somebody to be doing, especially knowing that they are dealing with a very sensitive case like this. 3 affidavits, and I'm in possession of those affidavits. I'm telling you, I'm now in physical possession of those affidavits. I'm saving everything to the Point 5 Studio Creative so that you people ask the questions that you want. Then we have got Yugi from Alafiela, and Yugi has been there brought by Pardon Gambakwe. They have been told to keep information private to themselves. But there's some discrepancies on there. I'm not discrediting them. They are very, very good lawyers, very, very good solicitors. Conversations took place, discussed until we agreed on certain things that needs to be done. Everything, you're now going to see it on Point 5. I've got all the documentation from their office and all the legal documentation that they've presented and have received from the court, which is doing the case of Nyokayemabhunu. I'm not here to joke. I'm here for serious business because we are talking about somebody's life. Above all, Comrade Saruwaka, correct me if I'm wrong, but I've got it in black and white. You are working with Kasukuere. I've got it in black and white. Tokozo, you are working with him. He is your secretary. He's the one holding all the funds, giving you all the directions to this. So what people are seeing outside and what is being served to the people on the platforms is very wrong. The truth of the matter is 80 to 95% of all of these people are compromised. It's not a small case. Definitely it's not a small case. It's a big case. Why I'm doing this is just to try and correct people who just like to come and lambash somebody when he's saying whatever he's saying, regardless of what he's saying, not pleasing them. Like I said before, I'm not a people pleaser. What I'm saying has got documentary evidence. And I'm pleased to announce that all this documentary evidence, I've now given it to 0.5 Creative Studio, DJ Holly. Reason I'm doing that, I haven't got time to be answering people's questions. But whatever you ask, he's got the documentary evidence. He's going to be loading it on his channel so that you people amongst yourself, number one, you learn to respect certain people when they are speaking. You don't alienate people with wrong information, wrong titles, or even to curse them. It's not good. People work differently. I come here, I tell you what you don't want to hear, but consider whether it's true or not. There was a time I spoke about Chamisa. There's no way amongst all the talk that I gave that I spoke bad about him. But all his supporters, they are throwing stones at me. Wait until I give you again all the evidence after you finish the Nyokayemabhunu issue, so that you know exactly who is who in this Tehran game. You've got to know where you are going. If you continue to be people pleasers, you'll continue to be in pain until Jesus comes back again. You need to be enlightened and you need to carry the truth. Reason I'm doing this, we are working for a better Zimbabwe, and a better Zimbabwe needs you and it needs me. Above all, it needs all of us to be united. Obvious, where there's more than one people, there's bound to be a lot of challenges that will come. But as of now, for now, I leave you to discuss on these certain issues that I've given to 0.5 Creative Studio. Let him be your source of reference. And in this regard, I'm kindly advising you, 0.5, you are no longer a blogger, but you are a media house. Please, if you can, get that young guy, Anoram Sobodi, or Anoram Kuliant, to help you, right? In that, because you are the people who have got the following of the people that believe they are opposition to the sitting. The minute you discuss, enlighten yourself to the truth, face up to the truth, you will see that you thought you were going this direction, yet you are going the opposite direction. The minute you know that the wind has been blowing totally opposite direction to where you would want to blow it, you will see that you need to reposition yourself, relearn politics, understand what give and take means in the political arena. With this, I'm out. Thank you.